Welcome to you all to the SPCN channel. Today we are going to looking forward the next lesson which I chosen from the Civics portion. We already done the first lesson, Nationalism in Europe, that I chosen from the history portion. Today we have to get into the next lesson, that is sharing of power. In this lesson we are going to learn how does the power shared by Belgium, how does the power shared by Sri Lanka, the two countries power only we are going to looking forward. Please join with me. So first I am going to let you know regarding the country of Belgium and how does Belgium share its power and what kind of political situation was existed in 19th century. That's what I am going to let you know. Actually there were many, some situation became worsened, some situation became very worst. That all this thing only I am going to let you know right now. First thing, Belgium had a population 1 crore, more than 1 crore population. The 1 crore population is half of the Haryana population. Haryana is a state of India, no? That Haryana also having the population, no? That half of the population of Haryana is the population for Belgium. So first thing, 1 crore population. Little over 1 crore population or more than 1 crore population. And second thing will be the country is bounded by many other countries. Like how do we have many other neighboring countries for India, no? Like the neighboring countries or Pakistan, like Sri Lanka, like Bangladesh, and many boundaries we are having, you know. Same thing is happening for Belgium. Don't mistake me. Don't think that same countries only is the boundary for Belgium. Not like that. Many boundaries are there. Some countries became the boundary for Belgium. The countries are Netherlands, France, Germany and Luxembourg. This is the second point. Then variety of culture was there. I already told you, ethnic. Ethnic mean culture, same culture. But here they don't used to follow the same culture because variety of people was there, variety of culture was there. But it was very complex and it's very difficult to follow that kind of culture because that culture and even that their language also making some problem among them. Because when they used to follow different culture, when they used to follow different kind of languages, when they used to follow different kind of religion, that is also one of the thing which is cause for the problem which occur in Belgium. That is thing also I want to let you know. And third point will be variety of people were there. I said like 59% of people were resided in Flemish. Flemish was a place where 59% of people resided. They used to speak Dutch language. Second point will be 40% of people were there. That 40% of people were resident in Wallonia. Wallonia, there they used to speak the language French. Remaining 1% of the people used to speak German language. Brazil was the capital of the Belgium. The Brazil, 80% of the people used to speak French language. 20% of the people used to speak Dutch language. Let me write in the board first of all. So Flemish was a place where 59% of the people resided. They used to speak Dutch language. That is one point. Second point, Wallonia was a place where 40% of the people resided. They used to speak French language. Remaining 1% of the people used to speak German language. So this was the proportion of the people, and they used to speak the language in those times. And Brazil was the capital of Belgium. Brazil was the capital of Belgium, where 80% of people used to speak French language and 20% of the people used to speak Dutch language. You just see the majority of the spoken people who spoken the language Dutch in Belgium. The first language is used to speak by the people in those times was Dutch. Second majority only was French language. But that is opposite in the capital of Belgium, because French became the majority language of Brazil. Dutch became the second majority of the language in Brazil. So French spoken people were majority in Brazil. Same time that people were less in the whole country. Dutch spoken people were majority in the whole country. The Dutch spoken people were minority in the Brazil. Brazil was the capital of Belgium. Then French people, even the French people were minority. They enjoy all the rights. They were very rich and they led their life luxurious. And even though they minority, they enjoy all these facilities, that create the retention, that create the enmity between the Dutch people, Dutch spoken people and French spoken people. Retention means enmity or problem and hostility. Hostility means enmity. So hostility was created because the French got all the educational rights. They led their life very luxurious. Their life became rich. When this situation was looked over by the Dutch spoken people, that was a thing which created a problem between the Dutch spoken people and the French spoken people. That problem was occurred between the years of 1950s and 1960s. In this duration, there was a continuous civil war. In other words, we can say problem, in the sense we can say civil war. What do you mean by civil war? Civil war means when we are fighting with ourselves. When one country people fighting with themselves, that is what the civil war. So Belgian people, French spoken people and Dutch spoken people who fought among themselves, that is what referred as the civil war. The civil war was continuously happened between the duration of 1950s and 1960s. And next thing will be Sri Lanka. So I already let you know what was the political situation which were prevailed or which was happened in Belgium. I already shared with you. Now we have to switch over to the next one. What was the political situation which was happening in Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka. Here 2 crore population was there. Sri Lanka had 2 crore population, and one more thing I want to let you know, this country Sri Lanka got independent in the year 1948. And it's an island country. It's an island country. Please share with me for the definition of island. Anyone? Let me know the definition for island. Island is a country which covered by water on all sides, or which covered by sea on all sides. That is island. So this is Sri Lanka is an island country, and is located very close to Tamil Nadu. Actually, few distances only away from Tamil Nadu. Sri Lanka is located few distances from Tamil Nadu. And Next thing will be, there were many kind of people. There were many kind of people. The country have been divided into two social groups. The country have been divided into two social groups. They were single group and Tamil group. Only two kind of people were located. Socially, the country have been divided into two groups. They were single people, single community, and the second one Tamil community. In other words, we can say Sinhalese people and Tamil people were there. And single people only majority. Nearly more than 74% of people were residing there. And remaining people only were the Tamil people. Even Tamil people also divided into two. Actually, socially, the country have only two kinds of people, that is single people and even the Tamil people. The Tamil people has two more division. Tamil people had subdivision. Subdivision means Sri Lankan Tamil and Indian Tamil. Sri Lankan Tamil and Indian Tamil. Sri Lankan Tamil and Indian Tamil. Sri Lankan Tamil means the people who born and brought up in there itself, no? They were the Sri Lankan Tamil people. They were the Sri Lankan Tamil people. Indian Tamil means some ancestor, our forefather who were taken to Sri Lanka to work in the plantation, to work in the tea plantation, coffee plantation. Actually, the European took many people from the colonized country of India, Africa to some other country to work in the tea plantation, coffee plantation. Just like that, some Indian people who took by the European to Sri Lanka to work in the tea plantation and coffee plantation. That people, that Tamil people were known as Indian Tamil. Indian Tamil. And next thing will be, they used to follow many kind of religion, especially the Sinhalese people used to follow Buddhism. Most of the Sinhalese people used to follow Buddhism, and Tamil people used to follow Hinduism and Islamic religion. 7% of both Sinhalese and Tamil people. 7% of both Sinhalese and Tamil people used to adopt the Christianity religion. They used to follow, Sinhalese people used to follow, majority of Sinhalese people used to follow Buddhism, and Tamil people used to follow both Islamic religion and as well as Hinduism. And both Tamil people and Sinhalese people used to follow Christianity into the proportion of 7%. And there are many problems occurred in Belgium. I already told you, in Belgium there was a problem occurred between Dutch spoken people and French spoken people, and in Sri Lanka there was a problem which occurred between Sinhalese people and Tamil people. That is what we are going to looking forward. And how does they share its power only we are going to looking in the next paragraph. Shall I run? First, I am going to let you know regarding the power in Sri Lanka. That is majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. So by the word itself you came to know what you mean by majoritarianism. So which people were majority in Sri Lanka, that people only is occupying the power in Sri Lanka. That's what I am going to let you know in expand manner. So majoritarianism in Sri Lanka, as I already informed you, I already shared with you, the majority people in Sri Lanka were the Sinhalese people. So all the political power in educational wise, in economic development wise, in territory wise, all the power was in the hands of the Sinhalese people. Sinhalese people only enjoy all the rights. They have the political right, they have educational right, they have economical development, all kinds of freedom, all kind of facilities which enjoy only by the Sinhalese people. I already told you they got independent in the year 1948. It's very easy to remember. We got independent in the year 1947. After a year they got independent. In that way you have to keep it in your mind. Sri Lanka got independent in the year 1948. Then actually, if they deny the rights for the Tamil people also want to study in the colleges, want to study in the universities, but all the educational rights which prohibited, which banned for the Tamil people. So there was a retention, or there was a contention. There was a problem was created between the Sinhalese people and Tamil people, because totally the rights of Tamil people was banned or prohibited. Now 1956 one act was passed. 1956 one act was passed. By the act of 1956, the government of Sri Lanka announced Sinhalese is the official language. Sinhalese is the official language. So in May 1956, one act was passed by the government of Sri Lanka. By the act, they announced Sinhalese was the official language. They don't give any priority to the Tamil language. They never want to support to the Tamil language. That's why they announced the Sinhalese language as official language in Sri Lanka by the year 1956. When this act was introduced by the government of Sri Lanka, now all the Tamil people would join together and fight against the government. They demanded job security, they demanded educational right, they demanded dominion status. Actually, they asked independence also. They asked dominion status. So all the Tamil people would join together and fight against the Sri Lankan government, which demanded job security, job right, and educational right, and even to announce Tamil as official language, and demanded the dominion status. So all the people joined together to fight against the government and demanded many points. They demanded job security, they demanded education right, they demanded the dominion status, and they demanded from the government that government has to announce Tamil as the official language of Sri Lanka. And not only that, most of the Tamil people who resided in the part of northern and eastern part of Sri Lanka, northern and eastern part of Sri Lanka. And all the power, they have a democratic form of government only. You just imagine democratic form of government, when Sinhalese people who contest the election mean, who only occupy the power to rule the government? Only the Sinhalese people, because they only majority in Sri Lanka. So in the election also, that Sinhalese people who elected to run a government, to rule a government. So by the way, they not ready to give any rights to the Tamilian, or they not ready to give any rights to the Tamil people who resided in Sri Lanka. And that's what we had the news. war was happened in Sri Lanka. Many people who lost their lives and many people who got asylum in other countries as a refugee. What is a refugee? What is a refugee? Refugee were the people who take a place in other country beyond their own country. Actually, refugee was a person who get a place in other country from beyond his own country. Actually, he doesn't get a place in his own country. He got a place in other country due to war or due to some crisis which happened in his own country. No, that is a refugee. In other ways, you can say asylum. Asylum means we couldn't live in our own country. We shifted to some other country for our safeguard, for our economic development, for some other reason. No, that is asylum or refugee. So when war was happened, many people lost their livelihood. Many people who went to somewhere to take a job or to safeguard themselves. So these were some situations which prevailed in Sri Lanka when there was a problem which created between Sinhalese people and the Tamilian people. And finally, that war was ended in the year only 2009. From that duration also, war was continued. Like many organization was created, that organization who led a war against the government, and that war came to an end by the year 2009 in Sri Lanka. So these were the power shared by the people of Sri Lanka, shared by the government of Sri Lanka. They never shared the power with anyone. They only had all the rights even till now. Until now, they only enjoying all the rights. They are not ready to share their power with the other people, especially with the Tamil people. So majoritarianism in Sri Lanka, 1956 they announced English as the official language. So all the Tamil people who joined together and who who asked some rights like dominion status, job security, economic development, and announced Tamil as the official language. And the war came to an end by the year 2009. Tamilian people who resided at the side of northern and eastern side of Sri Lanka. And when the war was happened, more people of Sri Lanka, especially Tamilian people, who went to other country as a refugee or as take a place as asylum. Take a place as an asylum. Next one, how does the power shared by Belgium? How does the power shared by Belgium? So, I already told you there was a problem between the Dutch spoken people and the French spoken people. So, the government know there was a problem was there between them. The government want to make them united. The government want to maintain the peace in own country, and they want to maintain the good relationship between the Dutch spoken people and the French spoken people. So, they did lot of reforms. They changed many articles in the constitution, even the constitution. They amended the constitution. They amended the constitution. What do you mean by amend? They amended the constitution. Amend means they do some changes in the constitution because to brought unity among French spoken people and the Dutch spoken people. They did many changes in the constitution of Belgium between the years 1972 to 1993. So there is a lot of amendment in the constitution of Belgium in between 1972 to 1993, because they want to be united the country. They want to make the unity among the people of Belgium. And second thing, equal representation was given in both central government and state government. Equal representation was given. What do you mean by that? Actually, how many members chosen by the government of Belgium from Dutch spoken people? The same number of members were chosen from the French spoken people also. Same representation and no unilateral decision. So same representation was given in the government of Belgium, like Dutch spoken people also in same number in the government, and French spoken people also same number in the government, and no unilateral decision. Actually, if they want to do any reform, if they want to take any decision in the government, they didn't follow anyone's community. What is the common decision which took by both the community, both Dutch spoken people and French spoken people, that only will be executed. They don't follow any unilateral decision. Unilateral means sometimes Dutch spoken people tell one decision, or French spoken people used to say one decision. But that wasn't followed by the Belgium government. They used to follow only the common decision which took by the combination of both French spoken people and the Dutch spoken people. And third thing will be central government share its power with the state government. Central government share the power with the state government. Central government share the power with the state government. And equal representation was given in Brazil. Equal representation was given to the Dutch people in Brazil. Actually, Dutch people were minority in Brazil. Equal representation was given in Brazil. And French agreed that. French spoken people who agreed to give the equal proportion of the member from the Dutch spoken people in the Brazil. Then apart from central government, state government, there is one more government, that is community government. Community government. Central government, state government was there. Along with the central and state government, there was a community government. Community government means French spoken people have one community government, and the Dutch spoken people have one community government. German spoken people have one community government, and each and every community have different kind of community government. That also took a part in culture oriented and religion oriented. If any problem over cultural oriented, culture oriented. If any problem occur over religion, if any problem occur over education, that all the problem is solved by the community government. So friends, wherever they are living, if they used to speak French, they can have that community government. If they used to speak German, they used to have that community government. If they used to speak French, they have to have that. They used to have that community government. Central government was there, state government was there, and community government also existed. So these were the points. This is the way the Belgium shares power with the other representation or with the other people of the country. So Belgium power share, Dutch people and French people had a rivalry. What is the rivalry? They had a rivalry. Rivalry means fight. They had a rivalry. So the government want to make a unity between them. So they did lot of changes. They did lot of amendment in the constitution of Belgium between the years of 1972 to 1993. And by the way, they given equal representation to the French spoken people and as well as the Dutch spoken people, and even they didn't pay attention towards to the unilateral decision, and they central government shares power with the state government, and even the last point will be central government was there. In addition with that, community government also there. So this is what the power which shared by the government of Belgium. And in this lesson, two more side readings were there, why we should share the power. Why is it very necessary to share the power? So these two side readings only are remaining to complete the lesson. So by tomorrow, definitely I will complete this lesson. It's very simple lesson and easiest lesson. It's not like a history lesson. History lesson is too vast, but it is small lesson and easy to understand, easy to memorize also. So in this lesson, Belgium, that 1956 Sinhalese was announced as official language, and even 1948 Sri Lanka got independent, and this year 1972 to 1993, and 1950s to 1960s there was a problem between Dutch spoken and French spoken people, and 59 Flemish region, 59% of people used to speak Dutch language, 40% of people who used to reside in Wallonia, there they used to speak the French language. That all this information which share with you. I hope you understood. Please like, share, subscribe. Two more side readings only remaining. That we will look forward tomorrow. Thank you. Always do support. Thank you.